Schmidt, I'm going to show you how to cook over a fire. What you're going to need is like a pan or something that you can actually cook in. And it's good to have like paper plates since we're outside, because you can just throw them in the fire when you're done. And then what we got some venison that we're going to cook, some onions to mix in with the venison while we're cooking them, seasoning, and some bread to eat it on. Okay. Now what I'm going to show you is before you start cooking your food, you got to melt some butter in the pan so your food won't stick to it or burn to it. The butter keeps it from sticking. It's slippery, and it'll help cook it and add a little flavor to it. And you got to watch out with your fingers here, because yeah, that's a little hot. If you want to, you can just move the butter to the front of it for a little bit and just set it in there for now. Let it melt, but don't let it burn. If it starts smoking real bad, then it's burning. And every now and then just move it back and forth so it covers the whole pan. Now that the butter is just about melted, you can probably add, like, what we're adding is onions. If you want to add other vegetables to brown in, what you want to do is just grab like a handful, throw them in there, or as much as you want, and then get them nice and you want to cook them and get them nice and brown before you throw the venison in. And be careful, because again, the fire's hot, and you're going to want to use like a fork or something to keep the onions from burning, and then just set her down there close so she starts cooking. And then, okay, the onions are just about done. What you want to do is hold it for a little bit and grab your venison, open it up. Just throw it in there. And when you're done throwing it in there, you're going to put seasoning on it. Yeah. Just going to want to get it all out of there. If it's necessary, you can move back a little bit, because yes, this fire is getting a little warm on my legs. And then, like I said, once you get your venison in there, you're going to want to take your seasoning, sprinkle it on there. Gonna sprinkle a little on there. Make sure not to get too much on one spot like I just did. Inside the seasoning that we have on here, there's like salt and pepper and like a little bit of garlic salt, some steak seasoning, and then when you get her all mixed up, just put her back by the fire and let her cook for a little while. And then some people don't like it cooked too much, some people like it cooked a little overcooked. Personally, for me, it doesn't really matter as long as it's edible. I don't know about you, but probably for here I'm going to cook it a little extra. Okay, now that she's cooking a little bit, we got the fire's burnt down nice and good, so there's holes down there, and it's nice and easy to set on there. And since it's an outdoor fire, it's not as easy to tell how hot it is. According to stove tops, you can just set them to a certain heat, but these are getting done pretty good, if you can see them that good or not with the smoke there. But she's smelling pretty good right now. Got the nice smell of the salt and pepper and the venison and onion all mixed together. She smells pretty good, and I'm going to set her back on the fire for a little bit more and let her cook. About 3/4 done, and she's still smelling good, looking good, and everything. And the perks to cooking outside like this instead of inside is, out here it's fun to just hang around the fire with friends, talk, and enjoy good food that's cooked out here. Fire's getting pretty hot yet. This food should be done momentarily. Now that the food's just about done, and you can see right here, she's getting pretty crispy on the edges, and some people like to prefer to eat it on fire. Okay, the food's just about done, and as you can see here, she's getting pretty crisp on the edges. Some people cook it a little longer than this even, and some people like to eat it on bread. And when you're done cooking, you just sit back, relax, enjoy your food. This has been Trevor Schmidt teaching you how to cook over a fire.